Can they hear us? Hello, chat. Polly is fucking fixing his shit. He's boomering it up, as it were. How are we doing out there? Happy Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. Hello. Hi, everybody. 13 minutes late is an improvement, says Pinky Salmon. Well, I mean, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. I would check the input, good sir. I can only hear Sanute. Well, that's a good start to a show. Chat, what's going on out there? Polly is trying to fix the issue. Not sure what's going on with it yet. We are one headless. That's true. You got me, and you got Polly working on his thing, but you got your boy Pat here.
What's up?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Especially after yesterday, because yesterday I celebrated my 44th birthday.
Happy birthday, my dude.
Thank you. Oh, it was wonderful, too. Especially when I got that happy birthday song from my girl Pinky right there. Let me just tell you right now, it brought the drunk out of me. I was like, oh, yeah.
I know that's right. Pinky's got the voice of an angle.
I'm saying, like, woo, man, I heard that right there. Wow. Almost made me pull out the check card and everything right there. Pinky, woo.
Oh, dude, it is truly fantastic when she gets into it. My lord. My birthday is Friday.
Oh, there we go. Okay, all right, there. It's just, okay. Situation is fixed. The man who actually sounds good is here now. Okay. It's all right. You guys,
excuse me?
You guys can relax. You don't
Motherfucker.
Happy birthday, Pat, you big bastard, you. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
And if, now that I've got the mic situation rearranged and fixed, we can get your fucking... I still have your Kool-Aid avatar somewhere. It's here. There's Limes. There's...
Right up there. Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute, where is it? Where is it? God, that's not working either. What the fuck is wrong with... Today is just not my day. Feel for me. Feel for me, people. This is just...
Should I?
You should.
You insulted me at the start of the show. Why would I?
By doing what? Not giving you special status in the Noir Bar server or...
Well, not only that, I wasn't even talking about that.
Chat, he fucking came into the fucking voice capture literally sitting on the toilet, and I'm the one insulting him. No one wants to hear a grown man grunting. Nobody.
You didn't hear me grunt, first off.
But it could have happened. There was the threat of gruntage, and no.
Well, I tried yelling to you from the bathroom in the studio, but you couldn't hear me, so I just got on the phone.
Great new browse. Flat. We got nothing but the best content, highest quality. The avatar. Hold on. There he is. There's our boy. Yeah.
All right.
I'm just gonna move in over here a little bit. Give the Kool-Aid man some room. And Sinatra accused me of being vaguely racist because you're the Kool-Aid man.
Yeah, I did call it vaguely racist.
I was like, I don't even remember why we picked the Kool-Aid man, because he's.
I think we know why.
Well, not for the reason you're thinking or insinuating.
Says
good sir.
you.
Well, bullshit. It's fucking bullshit, man. I'm being disparaged on my own
Kool-Aid.
It's Big Pat.
Well,
if he wanted to bust through a wall, he easily could. That's
true. I don't think much is stopping the guy.
Bubble. Mailman, thank you for the $2. Have you tried turning it on and off or blowing in all the ports? That's what fixed it. It was pulling out the cart and blowing on it and then putting it back in. And yeah, my mic worked.
I had an issue yesterday with my computer at the house. It are you using voice meter?
No. I don't, you know what the problem was? I don't know why. Just going through the mic, it was set to default instead of selecting the mic particularly. But my mic is set as my default. I don't know why it wasn't picking it up, but I just selected the mic particularly, and then boom. What had changed?
Whatever.
I don't know. Since Monday, nothing had changed. I didn't update anything. I don't know.
Whatever Windows update just went through really just fucked with everything.
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, where's my screen capture? Fucking around with everything already. There's your boy Pat. There he is with the big 4-4, because he's 44. Look at that.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you ever accuse Sinatra having like big, you know, he's Meat Hooks Malone with the forearms and the big meaty paws, I ask you to remember Pat exists. Look at them fucking hands. Jesus Christ.
Hey, 2 people can be Meat Hooks Malone, all right? But I got the same fat fingers too. It's ridiculous.
I mean, seriously, look at that. Don't ever make him mad. He grabs you by the fucking head. It's just, or the neck. It's just gonna pop your head off. It's just...
How tall are you, Pat?
I'm 5'11".
I'm taller than you.
Literally
That's a weird.
We're literally the same size.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah,
I can at least look
5'11",
down on you
260.
too. Those are dough-kneading hands. Yeah, exactly. It's I'll beat the shit out of this dough. That's.
I'm getting a phone call up here, Beck. Jesus Christ.
So Pat's here today, not only because Pat's awesome, and it was his birthday yesterday, so it's a prosperous time to have the gentleman on, and lots of people know who he is, and they're always happy to have Pat, known him for years. Drunkle's not here today, which is unfortunate. He's off, I think he's at a football match, or attending to a extremely important personal matter. I can't remember.
Oh, well, that's not true, Paul. You know, he's right here. It's just my voice is just kind of like that. So I got to put on this right here. That's why.
This whole time, Millard from England, my ass. It's Pat from Texas.
Yes.
Spectacular at the voices.
Can we have more like that?
Okay, so there it is. So, is he drunken? No. Pat's. Are you a drinker, Pat, at all?
I drink on occasions, like, you know, I'm not the drinker I used to be back in the day.
So like,
Just trying to make us look bad.
Yeah, I feel that you might have just impugned our credibility as a couple of alcoholics, but that's fine.
You speak for yourself, sir.
I'll turn up Pat a little bit more. It sounds a little bit quieter. There we go. All right. Okay, so here's the thing. Do you know what I did last night?
Got drunk?
No. Well, yes, but that wasn't what I was trying to tell. The story I was trying to tell. I watched the full Snyder cut of Justice League, all 4 hours of it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, have both of you seen it?
No.
I haven't.
No. Have you seen the original Justice League?
Nope.
Well, fuck both of you, man. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Just no sold you the whole way through. Sorry.
Have you ever seen any Zack Snyder movie? So, Watchmen? No?
Yes.
Man of Steel? Batman v Superman?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that right there.
Okay. Watching this movie, like, this is full Snyder, this film. Like, he is, because it's like, there's the cut that was released after he filmed it for a while and then dropped out as director, and then a little bit of
nice.
Jessica Alba. I'm happy with it. Kenneth, thank you for the $5 and the sexy Jessica Alba on a bed. Who doesn't love that? Just move that down so he's off of Jessica Alba's face.
Hey, that's a position some people would like to be in.
Well, I'd like Jessica Alba.
Can't cover the Jessica.
And down. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm watching this movie, and it's he gets the chance to make the cut as he wanted to see it and refilm some certain scenes, and that's why it ends up being 4 hours long, because there's no one there to tell him no. You know what I mean? It's
right.
The first question that I have to ask is, what is wrong with Zack Snyder? Like, what emotional problems does he have?
That's a pretty heavy question, because save for one or two things, I don't think the guy's ever made a decent movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Ever?
He's kind of, in my mind, he reminds me of Nolan, but not as good. He wants to be Christopher Nolan, but just can't quite do it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, Christopher Nolan even executive produced that movie. The whatchamacallit, the Snyder cut of Justice League. It's better than the theatrical. Definitely. But it is a long slog, man. A couple of things occurred to me during it. I love me some Batfleck. Ben Affleck is Bruce Wayne. Love it. And I reiterate, I still didn't think that I remember when it was first announced, I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. That's the worst choice you could have made. And then I saw him as grizzled old Bruce Wayne, and I was like, all right, you sold me. This is awesome. Because it was Frank Miller. Yeah. Do you bleed? I still say that's an awesome line.
He's no Michael Keaton, but
Yeah, I mean, Michael Keaton was the unexpected, ultra cool Bruce Wayne. You tell him, Steve Dave, thank you for the $1. Here's a birthday-themed joke for the birthday boy. How does a cat make a birthday cake? From scratch.
How?
Pause for the obvious laughter and ominous silence. Happy birthday, Pat. Ugh.
Thank you, and aha. I'll try to get aha.
The second thing that I noticed is that I spent an unfortunate amount of time trying to catch all the upskirt shots on Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot is Gal Gadot, rather. She's something else, man.
Well, that sounds like a fortunate amount of time, but
yeah.
Continue.
It's not my fault she keeps leaping over the camera. I didn't tell her to do that. One of the things I found so strange in watching that film is that, like, Wonder Woman has a sick theme song. Sick. Batman doesn't have one. Neither does Superman. You see?
Are you looking for affirmation on that? Because I don't know what to tell you.
Well, do you not know the Superman theme song? The original Superman theme song? John Williams?
No.
You've never seen 1978 Superman with Christopher Reeves? Or Superman 2, or Superman 3, or Superman 4?
My brain is full of Trailer Park Boys quotes, and that's about it.
That's why you
get Neil before Zod.
Yeah, you've never seen it? Neil before Zod, all that.
So why didn't I flinch? Because the laws of science
and
fundamentals.
And there you go. Yeah, you son of a bitch. Toe, thank you very much for the $17. Hello, Polly. I will have to watch in full later. Well, thank you for dropping by for the short time, and I appreciate the $17. And leave a comment later on when you do watch in full. Okay, so I forgot that Drunkle wasn't going to be here today, and I also forgot that I'm an extremely disorganized person that was up doing work until super late because I totally forgot that I had some shit to do before first thing this morning. You know what I figured out? Let me tell you this, guys, okay?
Oh, let's hear it.
You work in the business world where people need something submitted, or in the academic world where people need something submitted. When they say when they say, like, in the morning, like, if you send it at 10 a.m., if you've been up all night working on it, that's fine. I've never had anyone tell me no. So if you realize at 6 a.m. that you have, like, 4 hours of work to do because you're supposed to have it in by, like, 2 hours from now at 8 a.m. That's what people usually think of as first thing in the morning. No, it's fine. 10:30 a.m. is fine.
Die, Bambi!
Akira, thank you for the $5. More Jessica Alba on people's faces because it's just a good thing to have on your face. See, I didn't want to crack that joke, Akira, so thank you for saying it for me. I mean,
I'll crack it. Fuck yeah.
I mean, yeah, crack on your face, right? Lamented Guide, thank you for the $22 and Exploding Bambi, Thumper's Revenge. I am late. What's on the menu? Okay. Lots. And I defy you to decode that stream title. Oh, yeah, and I make no qualms about this. I very well might be repeating stories, so... Sin, you're gonna have to tell me if I'm repeating a story because it might be something that I already did on Noir Bar, and it might be something that you already did. I don't know these things.
Well, I did not see the last Noir Bar, but I will do my best.
Okay, and it's important to remember this as well. I am paying attention when the stream is happening, but much like you on Monday, I'm also doing other things. So sometimes it's like the majority of the stream I hear, but things slip through.
All right, sir.
Chunkle's not here, man. You got it with the bands and the whatnots.
Well, your cadence is very off-putting. When you say shit like that, it sounds like you're going to continue talking and then you just stop.
That's it. Blame it on me. That's it.
I am. That's exactly what I'm doing. That is verbatim what I'm doing, actually.
My cadence is off.
Because you'll just be in the middle of a sentence, you'll just...
Big trouble.
And it's like, oh, are you finishing that?
No, there's nothing to finish. When I say you got, I am listening, but the occasional thing will slip through. Why would you think there's more?
It's the tone. It's the cadence. It's how you speak.
Is this the way you talk to Shelly? It's what you were wearing. That's why I put fists to you.
She knows what she did.
Yeah, it's the way you looked at me out of the corner of your eye. It's your fault. Like, I just...
Pinky says, Polly, you multitask during sex, don't you? Well, that implies he has sex.
Ooh.
Have you ever had a TV on during sex and you ended up, like,
Often.
Okay, all right. It's not just me. Because it should be holding your attention, right? Like, not the TV, the sex. It's especially if it's a movie you haven't seen and you occasionally you're looking over her shoulder at it. Don't let her catch you doing that, by the way. It doesn't go well.
Oh man.
Oh no, I get yelled at.
I know you're not watching that movie.
It's like she'll be doing something, I'll just turn my head a little bit. She's like, hey, over here.
Well, no, I won't tell that story. But yeah, that was Karen, thank you for the $5. I would wear a Jessica Alba like a gas mask. There, I said it for you, Polly. Well, see, there's, Jessica Alba could be, I'm not gonna. There's some women, I mean, what else is there to look at?
God, look at that woman, like.
Yeah. All right, Salty Snoot 2024. I hear you. All right, let's just jump into it. Sinatra, why did you?
Salty cracker, but
No. I'm gonna take it that it was me, Surly Otter.
oh, you're salty? I'll take Polly over salty. I know Polly better. I only know salty tangentially.
And excuse me. I was actually supposed to start talking about something political, and then I remembered that I already have a tab for it, so it's fine. We'll just we'll get to it when we get to it. Okay. Well, Sin, why did you put up a video like an hour ago? Tell us about that.
Because I forgot to put it up earlier this morning.
So why didn't you just put it up after the show?
Because I would forget.
Your cadence is off.
Well, I was going to keep going, but then I just stopped. I would have forgotten because I have a different video to put up after the show. But yeah, I've been taking clips from the AAA and uploading them onto the main channel. And I try to put up at least one a day if possible.
Right.
We'll take a segment that we've really sunk our teeth into and I'll upload it, like the Trump FBI one. But I forgot to render them all out because stupid Sony Vegas kept crashing every 2 minutes. So I had to render them out individually over the course of like 3 days. And I forgot to upload that one. I was like, shit, got to do it now before I forget, because I was getting ready to leave to go to the gym. So I just really quickly done it.
I've taken to rendering out something I have in Vegas. Your mic's really sensitive again.
Are you serious?
Well, we're just hearing every ice cube fall within that container.
We're just sorry. I don't know what to do. I have it set to auto detect, and apparently I'm too detecty.
Mm-hmm. He's hearing every clink.
All right, so anyway, here we go. Okay, let's do it. You guys already have it up in front of you in Discord.
I gotta cut you off real quick. The quality on that is not great.
Oh, it's not, huh? It's not up to your standards.
Well, I don't think it's up to anybody's standards. I'll send you a screenshot. Well, I
no,
have
it's
another
fine. I believe
screenshot.
it's all pixel to hell.
Yeah, touch screen, so I can zoom in. So
that's fine. It's just better for readability. Go live. There. How's that?
All right, check your DMs. There's 2 things interesting you'll see in there.
Oh God. Are you saying?
One will make you insanely jealous, and the other one will be the what I'm seeing.
Okay, 1, fuck you, and 2, it's not that bad. What's the problem? Okay.
That's just that.
But again,
part.
1, fuck you. It's fine. We'll make it bigger. Okay, there it is.
Perfect.
All right.
What are you
Shittiest
drinking,
AAA
son?
ever.
Water.
Here we go.
Oh, we've had much worse than this.
Okay, well, hold on. There's more. Police, boyfriend jailed after felonious cheeseburger battery at a Burger King.
What, did he just get the food? I know cheeseburger Burger King are bad, but come on.
The whole story for one line. And Pat, I think you'll appreciate this wording, because this doesn't look like a particularly powerful man. This doesn't look like the last son of Krypton or something, but check this out. During an argument at a Burger King, a Florida man threw a cheeseburger at his girlfriend with such force that when the sandwich struck the back of her head, the woman fell over onto the ground over the curb. He actually knocked the bitch right off her feet with a cheeseburger.
With a cheeseburger.
What was the cheeseburger calcified? What am I missing?
Like, I know,
What kind of cheeseburger was this, man?
I know I got a lot of superheroisms because I watched a 4-hour superhero movie last night of people throwing motherfuckers through walls and shit. But the man whipped a cheeseburger at her so hard. James Hunt, 41. He actually took her right the fuck off her feet. I love it.
That's a little bit extreme.
Just wow. She went down.
Crazy.
So let it be known, gentlemen, tacos,
Ooh.
you know, chicken sandwiches.
Because the laws of science differ fundamentally from those of
Oh, goddamn, Burger King cheeseburgers are dangerous.
Just Paul, thank you for
I
the
mean, that's
$17. Need to see this cunt get it. There, I'm happy. Yes.
I just assumed that's exactly what it looked like, but with a cheeseburger.
Yeah, right. I doubt it split her skull open. That was tomato, ketchup, and whatnot flying out the sides. It was his girlfriend and cohabitant. Afternoon about the victim not eating her food. That's why. Oh, she wasn't eating the food, so it's like, here, bitch, I bought this for you. Poof. See, that's why I wish I had animation talent, because I would animate the shit out of that. The dispute turned violent, cops say, when the 53-year-old woman began to leave the restaurant. That's when Hunt allegedly threw a cheeseburger at the victim, striking her in the back of the head. They actually caused the victim to fall over onto the curb, onto the ground.
I'm just saying, like, hey. That had to been, man, that had to been one serious heavy burger. You gonna eat this burger? I don't want this burger. Bitch, you gonna
Steve Dave, thank you for the $1.
I asked for no pickles!
I thought burgers were supposed to go right to your thighs or hips, not your head.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, well, James Hunt, not Mike Hunt. That's it. James Hunt. James Hunt. Okay, here we go. Now, a few people sent me this story, and I myself found it individually because it's so priceless. The woman who made 11,000 calls to a police line.
For what?
Did everything. Everything, brother, everything.
Oh, I thought it was just one thing.
A Florida woman this year has made more than 11,000 harassing phone calls to the Police Emergency Communications Center. Carla Jefferson, 50, was busted Monday evening on a misdemeanor charge of placing a torrent of phone calls to the St. Petersburg Police Department. The criminal complaint alleges that Jefferson, during a single 24-hour period last month, called the police department's emergency line 512 times. In 24 hours.
So she just basically calling just to mess with him, or did she complain about something, or she just messing with him? Like,
it's undetermined. Well, I'm just doing some quick calculations.
To be fair,
that's 21.3 calls an hour.
For how many hours?
512 times in a 24-hour period last month.
Oh. So I want to... I don't know if it's a societal thing or just a local thing to the area, but I saw two stories in the past, I don't know, past week and a half or 2 weeks of people being shot at or stabbed about cold fries from McDonald's.
Oh, man.
So this seems a little bit on the level.
What did she really do that was so bad? I mean, no one was shot. I hear you. Akira, thank you for the $2. One cheeseburger, extra rocks, please. Eat your food, Tina. I can see it.
Oh, there's definitely some methamphetamine involved there.
With, it could be with, what's her name? Jefferson here, Carla Jefferson as well. She's just high on meth and tweaking the fuck out and just can't stop the repetitive action of calling the same phone number.
Well, that's what meth heads do. They just do stuff.
Yeah. Investigators say Jefferson harasses, belittles, swears at, and argues with police employees. The content of these phone calls are vulgar, threatening, and obscene, contain extreme expletives, sexual innuendo, and belittling remarks to the communications staff.
She'd just call up like, hey, fuck you, and hang up.
Yeah, like I said. That's all been. It's prank phone calling going to the next level.
Well, that's not how you do that. Don't be that gal.
Well, I mean, yeah, she's
911. What's your emergency? Yeah, your refrigerator woman. Don't catch it.
well, and I mean, quite literally, on some occasions, she demanded the officers come to her St. Petersburg residence and arrest her. Upon arrival of the cops, Jefferson, quote, retreats inside, refuses to answer the door, and has past given the officers the middle finger and screams at them through the windows.
She's just bored with nothing to do.
She's just an asshole. She's just a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a little out of it, man. I mean, it's... Okay, moving along. Group defends hiring man as period dignity officer.
What?
Just let it rest. Just let it rest for a second.
Okay. What is period dignity?
Further to that very point, why does it require an officer?
Many questions and still nigh an answer to be seen.
Yeah. Where did this happen? Britain. This is a BBC article.
I mean, naturally.
I read this full article, and chat, I'd like to explain it to you, but I don't get it, so I can't. Jason Grant, this very smiley man here, he's the period dignity officer.
But why?
Now get this as if this answers any kind of question, okay? He will work with the area's I can't say. He will work with the area's period dignity working group to implement the legal right to free period products. What is a period dignity working group?
I don't understand what half of those words mean.
Tennis legend Martina Navratilova, that one, described it as absurd. Actress Frances Barber said she was fuming. Like, people have weighed in.
Okay, that's fine.
But like,
that's
how do you know who this person is?
That's all well and good. But let's keep in mind that these same people will complain, or not complain, will boast about a woman being hired in the same position if it's a man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, excuse me, men have periods too. Bigot.
That's true.
Yes, that's true.
You fucking oh my god! This is the disgusting.
Like, think about it this way. Do you know Honey Badger Radio?
Yeah, I'm aware of it. Yeah.
That's a group that I'm pretty sure is almost entirely composed of women, and they're a men's rights group.
Right.
So I don't want to hear shit about this men period ossifer thing.
So is this guy just walking around just screaming like free period pads for everybody?
Yeah. Mr. Grant is expected to lead a regional campaign across schools, colleges, and wider communities to raise awareness of the new law that, free period-related items, and ensure the Scottish government is funding its allocation properly. Like, I mean, wow. That's what it comes down to. It's the fucking Scots again.
Oh yeah.
Blackout for $1 says it's woman's dignity. That's true. I don't know. I don't see the issue with this.
Oh, he'll also
we
discuss issues
have-
around menopause as part of his role, right? Again,
I am happy this exists.
how is there a period dignity working group, much less in requirements of an officer? Kira, thank you for the $2. Is the period dignity officer Mormon? He certainly looks like he could be. Look at that charming lad. He wants to ask you if you've read the Book of Mormon. Have you heard about Joseph Smith's prophecies? They're senseless but heartwarming.
Oh.
Okay, moving along. Okay, look at this. You could spend a night in an 80s vintage Pabst Blue Ribbon themed motel room.
A lot of domestic violence in that room.
I wanted, well, why? Because it's like blue light looking for the blood and semen?
No, because it's Paps.
Oh. Yeah. I was about to start arguing with you, but I hear you. I want to be in this room. This looks like some
myself doing something like this.
Yeah, this looks like a Twitch titty streamer's background, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, blue lights,
That's
strange
right there,
shit.
like, you know what I'm saying, yo?
It's the aesthetic, like it's that 80s aesthetic that's super popular now from that stupid TV show that
Strange
every
Things?
social media yes.
I think it's very
That's
Tron-esque.
that one right there, man. You can score twice, man. You imagine fucking your girl right there, and all of a sudden you're just like, he shoots, he scores.
See, I mean,
Man.
this is the last thing I need in terms of like, distractions in bed, right? During the sex, you try to do free throws. You don't want that.
Mhm.
I do like the sideboards. I'm not gonna lie. Remember when I was telling you and Drunkle about that because I sleepwalk, right? When I rolled off the bed and ended up wedged in between my nightstand and the bed. That's how I woke up.
I think you've talked about that, yeah.
It was horrifying.
Oh.
My arms were pinned to my side. I couldn't move, man. And like, that's how I woke up. Like, I felt a sudden impact, and obviously I woke up and I was like, where am I? What's going on? I can't move. It was terrible. Now, this looks like the domestic violence room.
Yeah, that one does too. See, it's the 80s aesthetic, which I just find kind of overused.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because of Stranger Things that, like, I have an inherent hatred for that show because every social media insists I have to like it instead of just letting me see it.
It's like The Wire.
So now,
It's like The Wire.
well, I haven't seen that either.
I wonder if that bar in the back, like I said, is that just a display or does that actually work?
Well, see, that's what I was about to ask. I mean, like, Sin, come on, look at this. Roll out of bed and there's
That
a
is-
bar.
Yeah.
That's kind of
That's
nice.
kinda
Oh
nice.
man,
Yeah.
man.
It's
I've been thinking about getting those risers for the shelves in my thing, but I don't know if the bottles will fit in there.
the Coliseum
They're
style.
expensive.
Yeah. They
Huh?
are. Like this Coliseum Stadium 1, 2, 3 level things.
Well, yeah, but 1 and 2 I think is all I could fit back there because I have like Weller bottles and shit, and those are tall. But
Yeah.
they're expensive. Like the 40-inch ones, I cannot find one that's underlit for less than $160, and I need 6 of them. So that's probably not going to happen.
But you built your
anytime
whole
soon.
studio. Why don't you just make them? Like, go buy the clear plastic, whatever the fuck, from the hardware store and just make them, man.
I didn't even think about that.
You didn't?
Okay, my sounding better. They sound sounding kind of low.
I have got you turned up as to 200% in Discord. You're as high as you can go on my end. I just saw. Excuse me. I just saw
maybe it's my
somebody say
microphone
that,
right
so I
now.
turned you up as high as I could turn you up, and it's yeah. Real quick, thank you, Akira, for the $5. I would never be able to sleep in that room. Well, with enough liquor, you would. I think
I mean, one way or another.
I could sleep in this room. I mean, as long as you turn the lights down, so it wasn't like blazing blue.
Oh yeah, the basketball room. Oh yeah, man, that's a dream right there.
I don't like that one.
Really?
No,
I'm not.
I don't like the aesthetic, which is the whole thing there.
I'm not certain if the sheets are foil. Do you understand what I'm talking about? If you ever watch like Star Trek: Next Generation.
Oh yeah, it looks like an emergency blanket.
Yeah, it's like all their sheets are foil because it's the future. I mean, I don't.
Future.
Okay. See if you can spot the problem in this next story, all right? It kind of jumped out at me. I was just reading on some comic book shit, and I came across this. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Harley Quinn's new costume is perfect tribute to Alan West's Batman.
Alan West.
Who the fuck is Alan West?
What?
This is from Screen Rant, guys.
Oh, God, man.
The fuck is Alan West?
He's Adam West's, I'm saying, evil twin brother.
I mean, that's
He's not Adam, he's Alan.
That's a pretty
Just
bad.
Tell me you don't care about your job,
right?
Just tell me.
And it goes through this whole thing, like spoilers for Batman Wayne Family Adventures. This is Screen Rant. They're supposed to be like insiders, and they got all this deep knowledge about the new Batman animated series coming up, and so on. And to Alan West's Batman.
Alan West.
Alan West.
Yeah, rest in peace, Alan. You were a great man.
Oh, Screen Rant. Never cease to amaze me.
Yeah. Moving along, Sin, you're gonna dig this. This is good. Okay. Russia's rocket-toting robot dog is Chinese and for sale on Alibaba.
How much?
Okay, so have you seen the little robot dogs?
It's a dog.
I know it doesn't look like a dog. You want to be creeped out? Watch it do its thing. Here, we'll just imbigonate this. We'll go back to the beginning.
God, that's awful.
I know.
I need it.
And it's crouching like a good boy, except that it's got an RPG on its back. I don't like how they've got it dressed up like a jihadi. That's not okay. Look at it.
How much? How much is it?
I'm trying to wonder, did they try to go full ninja on it and didn't get the right?
No, this is supposed to be that's at an arms show, okay? And it's the robot dog armed with an anti-tank rocket launcher installed on its back was shown off today in Russia's Army of 2022 Arms Expo. So this is and was intended to show off Russia's state of technology among its peers. Okay, let's just go.
So isn't this the same shit Boston Dynamics has been working on for like 5 years?
Yeah, and there it is.
It's declassified too, by the way, so it's not anything.
Ooh.
That's why they
special.
That's why they bagged it up. It's just a Chinese robot dog that you can buy on Alibaba.
Now there was a toy,
It's just-
and save for Pat, who is older. Polly, you and I might remember this toy as a kid. It was a little, like, robo dog. It was gray and it had a little silver bone that you'd give it, and you put it up to the snoot, and it would like sit and jump and shit. You remember what I'm talking about?
Kind of. I'm just wondering if we're thinking of the same thing. Because I remember a toy like that. Yeah.
This is just the toy soldier version of that.
I'm trying to think like, okay, you know what this is like? It's like fucking putting a handgun or taping a handgun to your Furby. That's all they've done. This is the worst idea ever. You don't give a fucking, I don't know, a knife to Teddy Ruxpin. You don't put a rocket launcher on this fucking thing's back when you can just buy it online from wish.com.
I see people saying the iDog. No, Abio? A-I-B-O?
Yeah,
no, that's not it.
Unitree Yushi Technology Dog, Artificial Intelligence Companion, Bionic Companion, Integrate Intelligent Robot, GIO1 Quadruped Robot Dog. Yeah, it sounds like Wish.com. And like, I mean, the way that it walks and moves and everything is absolutely identical to... That's why they bagged it up to look like that.
You said the Russians did this?
Yep. This is at a Russian arms expo. And why is it in this outfit? so no one sees that it's just the Alibaba thing, and they just put a rocket launcher on.
Yeah.
That's the state of Russian military
Yeah.
tech right now.
Let's just take Chinese robot dog, put it in ninja costume, strap rocket launcher on it, and just say it's new weapon.
It was called Poochie, P-O-O-C-H-I, Poochie.
Huh. No, you got
They
me on
never
that.
noticed.
The hell?
So, hey, since, Polly, I want to just run something past you. Since Friday's my birthday,
Uh-huh.
would you be down to
Probably
bring
not.
back an old
Go on.
bit that I love to do? Toys that were banned for safety.
You know, it's funny you say that. I was at Walmart the other day and saw, full air quotes here, lawn darts. And they have like big, huge, soft, plushy balls on the end of them. And they have the nerve to call that a dart. Like one
It's
kid
not
catches a
dart.
lawn dart in the head, and you know, thousands of hours of fun for tens of thousands of children were just destroyed.
Just gone.
Yeah. I mean, watch out when they're coming down. You don't throw them straight up, so they come down right where you're at.
Is that something you would? Is that something you'd be down to do?
Sure.
This is one of my favorite bits ever.
Damn right I would be.
All right.
You know, us as kids, we throw up in the air. I got it.
Oh, you got it.
You're
all
not
right.
supposed to catch it. Exactly. Some stupid ass. I'm just gonna say it.
We were
Retarded
dangerous
kid.
like that.
What tried to catch the fucking lawn dart, not realizing you're supposed to, because you land them in the middle of the hula hoops or whatever, right? Like the targets. That was the goal. It wasn't you're not supposed to try and catch them. All right, let's do some serious schnews for a second. In case you didn't know, Salon is fucked.
Duh.
We
Why
won't
now?
be the first civilization to collapse, but we may well be the last. This article.
So we'll be the last one. That's a bad thing.
Yeah, what this article goes through is that, the mound makers, like in and around the Mississippi, Ohio, the mounds and the mystery civilization or tribes, plural, that made them. The author takes from this broad argument that, look, civilizations rise, they reach a pinnacle, they have this ebb where they begin infighting and then they ultimately collapse. And it's the inevitable fate of all civilizations that they go this way. And it's like, okay, as a political scientist, I can tell you that's not true. But, that pattern that you're trying to throw out and say, this, everybody knows this. No, not everybody knows this. That's your assertion, and it's not true. I mean, it's like, well, Rome collapsed. Yeah, when the Visigoths invaded, but then the eastern part of the empire went on for another nearly 1,000 years until the Muzzies invaded and took Constantinople. Like what? And then, but the Roman Empire continues on because we have a Senate. It continued on in England. The laws, the culture, civilizations don't just rise and collapse and disappear. Not all of them. I understand the mound builders did, but go on.
I think Visigoths are going to ruin our civilization too. New goth people, yeah. The girls might be hot as shit, but they're civilization ruining with their untreated mental health disorders.
Yeah, I mean, everybody wants the big titty goth girlfriend, but, when society collapses, you'll be wishing you went for a skinny girl in bright colors. But no, nothing? All right.
No, dude, I got you.
I'm pitching the big titty goth girl.
Yeah.
So Pat's got to take care of something real quick.
Yeah. The argument basically goes, in short, that since societies follow this pattern, ours is going to follow a pattern because of environmentalism, our lack of conscientiousness regarding environmentalism. Our fossil fuel powered world will lead to such a societal collapse that no societies will rise after it. We'll just kill everything.
Climate change.
Yes, it really is a big argument for climate change. Okay, buddy. Now, what I find interesting that they threw in here, and Sin, you'll just this is good, okay? The Cahokia, I don't want to butcher their name, but that's like, some of the mound peoples, right? Violence dramatically increased. Surrounding towns were burned to the ground. Groups numbering in the hundreds were slaughtered and buried in mass graves. At the end, the enemy killed all the people indiscriminately. The intent was not merely prestige, but an early form of ethnic cleansing, writes anthropologist Timothy whoever.
God, these people are just obsessed with mass graves, aren't they?
Yeah. He notes that in one 15th century cemetery in central Illinois, 1/3 of all adults had been killed by blows to the head, arrow wounds, or scalping. Many showed evidence of fractures on their arms from vain attempts to fight off their attackers. In the 15th century.
Am I supposed to care about this now?
Well, no, I'm saying, like, how do we blame white supremacy for this? That's the obvious question, isn't it?
I'm surprised they're not trying to do climate change. That seems to be the buzzword right now.
Well, it really is. The whole argument is just like, here it is. This time, the collapse will be global. It will not be possible as ancient societies to migrate to new ecosystems with rich and natural resources. The steady heat will devastate crop yields, blah, blah, blah. Climate scientists warn the temperature raise it. It will only blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It's an insurmountable crisis.
Sorry. We have natural resources here, now, currently, right here.
Yeah.
That we're just not using for some reason.
Environmentalism that we supposedly don't care about. You want to talk about not caring about your fucking your natural resources, fresh water, how much you're poisoning the land, et cetera, et cetera. Talk to the Chinese. Talk to the Indians.
Well, you're not allowed to talk to them because even though they are the worst polluters in the world, bar none, it's racism, Polly. You should know that.
There is one thing that in this article that I absolutely agree with. Civilizations are not murdered, but commit suicide.
True.
Yeah. Hakira, thank you for the $5. They just stole a Boston Dynamics dog bot, put a hijab on it, and screwed a bazooka to it. Damn it, China! Damn it.
That sounds like something I would do.
Yeah. But, okay, you know what? Yes. But this is Russia trying to show the height of their military tech, and it's literally something you could do in your little fix-it room with some screwdrivers and shit and stuff you ordered off the internet.
You seen impact driver and whatever that, like, roll of tin is with all the holes in it? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Akira, thank you for $2. Big titty goth girls are last season. Country girls with huge asses and thick thighs are where it's at.
Okay,
Speak for yourself. I can't fucking stand country music.
Well,
hey, I'm from the country, man. Those girls are man.
I mean, maybe you could get her to listen to blues, like, or some Johnny Cash that's like bluesy country. You know.
My real mom dragged me out last weekend, and we went to this bar.
I'm glad you stopped saying bio mom, by the way.
Whatever. She dragged me out, and it was to a country bar that has line dancing.
Oh.
And I'm just looking around, and now you are right. These girls go fucking line dancing with shorts that look painted on.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, get past stage one. I have to come back here, and I don't want to come back here if I want to get involved. And I'm not going to get involved because I don't want to come back here if I were single.
And you think you might get involved because of just the jean shorts, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, they hearken to one,
and
don't
them
they?
jean shorts.
But it's like I would give up that rump to not come back here.
Because of the small town or the line dancing?
Take your pick.
Okay. Because they go together? Is that it?
Apparently country music, no, I like the small town gimmick, not the line dancing, but apparently country music has gone rap, sort of.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah.
And I listened to it. This is the worst shit I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, so you're talking about shorts that are short. Let's just stick on that idea for a second. I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong. But it amazes me when girls go out in public wearing jean shorts, and I've seen this a lot lately, where it's like, that's not leg. That's ass.
I don't mind that.
Neither do I. But it's like, don't you notice that, like, you just put on shorts that, like, that's ass that's hanging out?
I see a lot of that when I go second gym. There's a lot of girls that wear those spandex shorts, and I swear to God, I'm quite offended that my husband was considering possible for future hoochie mamas. I said if I were single. I swear to God, they tuck the shorts under that little like roll of the ass. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Like when they put them on, they just kind of run the hand there just so it gets all tucked in.
So like, you know, it'll cup underneath the...
I swear it takes all of my willpower to not follow like a tracking camera.
But that's what I mean. It's obviously there is you know, okay, look, attractive woman, nice figure, she's athletic. Girls that are wearing volleyball shorts. You can't even call them like biker shorts, right? These are like spandex shorts, right? And the legs on them are cut real short, and that's ass. What am I supposed to do? Not look? I mean, it's like having cleavage and saying, hey, my eyes are up here. Yeah, but your tits are hanging out down there. What?
Yeah, but your titties are hanging out,
yeah.
So, man.
I don't even notice all of them. Shelly be like, hey. She'll point it out. Like, God damn, how does she leave the house wearing that?
Oh, yeah, Shelly's going to know. She's going to know this way before you. They're going to look at you and be like, you better not look at that.
No, she'll point it out to me. Shelly's a down bitch. I wouldn't trade her for anything.
The booty shorts are a privilege, not a right. Yeah, and then the ham and beans, it's like bitches know what they're doing. I have to imagine, like, you feel the breeze. Like, if there were a giant rip in my pants such that my ass was exposed, and I felt, and a breeze came by, I'd be like, whoa, I just felt a breeze on my ass. Like, do you know what I mean? You have to know. You can't be unaware. Oh, I was just wearing short shorts because I wanted, like, a full leg tan. That's what one girl told me.
They know.
Yeah. Like, this was a friend of mine, and I'm like, and I brought this very subject up with her, and she goes, well, I'm not trying to show my ass off. I just wanted to make sure I got a full leg tan.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
And you know, I reject that argument wholesale. They know exactly what they're doing, but they can't admit it.
That's the thing right there. They will never admit it. I'd just be looking at them like, sure.
A full leg tan. And I'm like, don't you realize? And I said to her, but that means you're going to have a tan line, not on your thigh, but across your ass cheek.
And they have tanning booths at most gyms.
I belong to a gym. I know. Akira, thank you for the $2. No one said shit about music, especially not that country rap shit. I'm talking about thick, confirmed farm girls, that under cheek.
You cannot get with a girl and not absorb or be exposed to her culture esque.
No, it's true. It's true. I mean, it certainly works that way with me. Like, if you're, you know, my girlfriends are just, you're going to end up listening to the music I listen to because I'm not listening to whatever it is you're listening to. So, you know, conform.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah. This Salon, and I was reading Salon, and it's just Christian fascism is...
Real quick.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead.
There is another argument to be made about not getting involved, which is fine, but...
Involved in what?
The woman.
Oh, out in the country. Okay, yeah, all right.
Which is totally valid, but yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't. It's too close to getting involved.
Christian fascism.
Well, yeah, okay. See, look,
it's a new rage.
Yeah, according to the writers at Salon, it is Christian fascism is right here, right now. After Roe, can we finally see it? And it's
so they had to warn up the white supremacy. They just like, you know, what can we do? Christian fascism. There we go.
And all that you need to know is said right in the beginning, and listen. See if you can spot where it goes off the rails, but the train keeps going. Okay? They're talking about the Supreme Court is relentlessly funding and empowering Christian fascism. That's the first fucking line. The thesis of the entire article. The Supreme Court is relentlessly funding and empowering Christian fascism. I didn't know that the Supreme Court had the ability. I thought that was the Ways and Means Committee of Congress that funded things. Whoops. Because my education has faltered. Not only did it overturn Roe v. Wade, that's also Muslims who agree with that. So Islamic fascism too, but whatever. Ending a constitutional right to an abortion, but it ruled on the 21st of June that Maine may not exclude religious schools from a state tuition program. And then this is the list of like how the Supreme Court is supporting Christian fascism. So again, tell me if you can see where it goes off the bend. It is ruled that a Montana state program for private schools must include religious schools, that a 40-foot cross could remain on state property in suburban Maryland, that it upheld the Trump administration's to deny birth control to female employees. Employment discrimination laws do not apply to teachers at religious schools. It ruled a Catholic school services agency in Philadelphia could screen same-sex couples to take in foster children. It neutered the 1965 Voting Rights Act because Christians hate non-whites? What are you talking about? It watered down laws allowing workers to combat sexual and racial harassment because what? It reversed a centuries-old campaign to finance restrictions on that permit corporations, private groups, and oligarchs to spend unlimited funds on elections. You mean like George Soros? What are you complaining about?
I think they're just looking.
It permitted people and states to opt out of the Affordable Care Act. How the fuck, guys? You've lost your own plot. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying.
I think they're just looking for something to complain about.
Yeah, like what can we add up into this right here? Yeah, it did this, it did that. Just keep piling it on. I'm just like
so in case if you're out there, you're Christian or you know one.
Domino effect.
Yeah, you are down for racial and sexual harassment. You are down for removal of voting rights. You are down. Yeah, all that stuff goes on at church. I guess I don't know. According to Salon.
So what you're telling me, these people have never been to church?
Yes, and what they do know of Christians is largely like a cartoon caricature of like evil Ned Flanders, I'm guessing? I don't know. I'm trying to picture it.
Well, it's funny because everybody knows Ned Flanders is the nicest human being to ever exist. But those same people who ignore Ned Flanders get literally all of their nuclear power education from The Simpsons as well.
Yeah. I mean, I got to admit, this is a good Getty image to have thrown in here because these guys do look kind of ominous. This looks like, I don't know.
Who are they?
Members of the right-wing group, the Patriot Front, as they prepare to march on anti-abortion activists. Okay. You know who they look like? Remember the guys that were wearing hockey pants in The Dark Knight?
Hockey pants.
Remember the Batmen, the guys that dressed up like Batman, but they didn't have any of Bruce Wayne's money, so they had. It's like.
Oh yeah.
These guys look like Captain America's hockey pants followers. Like because they got like Dude Broski goggles on and homemade shields and shit. Like it's.
Stuff they ordered off of Amazon.
Those don't look homemade. Those look professionally made.
Those shields? Yeah.
Yeah.
We can still yell at you
and
through the holes in the top.
I like the fake battle wear on them.
As do I. They probably just beat the shit out of them in the government lab that they were made in. Yeah, okay, there's people saying in chat, a bunch of glowies. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if anyone glows, it's these guys where they show up just where they're needed, just in time for just long enough, and then are gone like a fart in the wind. It's really... Akira, so thank you for the $2. When people are going to realize that Christians are the most persecuted religious group for basically no reason. A convenient target that isn't splody and can't label you with something that will end your public life, like Islamophobia or whatever, Gulf City Librarian, thank you for the 5. They're jumping the gun because all of these things are upheld by shaky court cases, except for the 1965 Voters Registration Act. Well said. Well fucking said. I mean, you're
Element to guide. Sorry.
No, it's just it's a great summation. It's like you're naming off things that were either pushed through as part of a larger bill, pushed through executive orders, or were a law that was passed in and of itself, but was on very shaky constitutional ground to begin with, or was put out by activist judges who asserted a right that didn't actually fucking exist. So yeah, shaky
There's
as
no
fuck.
such thing as a plain bill anymore. Everything is an omnibus. Like the Inflation Reduction Act is a perfect thing. It was to raise taxes. That was the point of it, to raise taxes and increase the interest on federal loans. But it also snuck in 87,000 new IRS agents. So there's no such thing as just a bill anymore. Everything has something else pushed into it. So if it gets voted down, like if say Rand Paul voted against it,
Yeah.
he probably did. But they could go, Republicans vote against the Inflation Reduction Act bill. They want to hurt Americans.
Yeah. And then the people that believe that stuff right there just instantly cling on to it. It's kind of like when I see articles like this, they add all this stuff right there because they know once their listeners like see all this stuff right here, they're going to get so scared. The boogeyman's coming to get me.
Yeah.
Nothing
have you noticed how
as
like
it seems for a reason.
And I gotta say, because it's kind of my thing, but it's always fucking true. It's the news entertainers, it's the compliant media that allows these things to happen, because it's not like, are we going to read through the 1,200 pages of a bill? Well, okay, I've done that, but it's my day job. Most people aren't, and no blame on them. We're not there at the White House press briefing room with Pierre St. John, whoever the fuck. We have to rely on news entertainers to feed and filter information to us. Have you noticed how the Inflation Reduction Act, people are, now that it's been signed into law by Biden, all the news today, the headlines are about, look at all the green energy fantastic stuff that it does, and no mention of how it has very little to do with reduction of inflation. It's like
I have an article about that for Friday.
They goddamn well knew it had nothing to do with, it's the most bizarrely named fucking bill, man, in recent memory. It has nothing to do with reducing inflation. It's just billions of dollars in funding for green energy shit for the most part.
Lamented Guide for a dollar reduce said, half of the girls in my gym either wear that or goofy grandma yoga pants that go halfway up to their tits. Yeah, I mean, that sounds about right. Thank you, sir.
So you guys, so we did a couple of the salon articles or talked about because I was reading them and they just sort of enraged me with the stupidity. It's like, societies are going to fucking collapse and we're going to be the end of it, and Christian fascism. And it's like, I feel bad for people who read Salon and take it seriously, man. But you know how I love small town newspapers? Because they take small things to be really big and important and
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Did you know that the sausage queen, the Bratwurst Queen, had been ousted and forced to return her crown?
What?
I know. It's...
What did she do?
Well, look at that untrustworthy face of evil. She's even wearing the not lederhosen, but the traditional garb. I just... Clearly she was misusing the bratwurst. So, reading this story, it's just so charming. A familiar face at the Bratwurst Festival opening ceremonies will be missing, particularly the original Queen Abigail Brockwell. That's her, Queen Abigail, in your nefarious tricks. Yeah, that harlot, exactly.
Is it going to say what she did? I need to know.
She was forced to give up her crown at a special meeting held by the Bratwurst Festival Board. According to sources, unnamed ones, mind you, the turmoil surrounding the court has been building for some time. As a result of the conflicts, the Queen and her immediate court were ordered to turn over their crowns and sashes to the pageant officials. They were told they could only attend events assigned to them. According to sources, Abigail Brockwell attended the Baltimore Festival held in Baltimore, Ohio. Brockwell allegedly wanted to attend the goodbye luncheon for outgoing royalty that included someone she had become good friends with. Now here's the thing. She signed in under her own name of Abigail Brockwell, not as the Bratwurst Queen.
Gasp.
That's actually what she did. She was supposed to wear her crown at any event that she was signing into. She had forgotten her crown at home.
Oh.
Draw and quarter her immediately.
So she is forced to return her crown. All of her royal court cannot have their sashes either. I don't know who constitutes their court. It didn't say. And she is forced to return all of the bratwurst given to her. And if consumed, the monetary amount that bratwurst is worth.
Does it say how much?
She gotta give up all the brats, man. Oh, come on, man. Oh, she gotta give up all the meat.
I have so many questions.
I love this so much. This is happening in the middle of Podunk, Ohio,
gosh,
and I think they're adorable people. They've got a board that has its own like palace intrigue of like, oh, this has been brewing for a while, and she put out a public
I just like
statement.
the idea. I like the idea that somebody was investigating this.
Oh, yeah.
Crawford County now reached out to the Bratwurst Festival director Kevin Myers for comment. Myers told Crawford County now that no comment could be made at this time except by their legal counsel.
Hey, man. They take their stuff seriously, don't they?
And the former queen had this to say: I am so happy to meet all the people that I did, some of whom will stay lifelong friends to my family and I. I don't wish this situation on anyone. No one should ever have to go through this, but I know girls before me have gone through this same kind of thing.
Dude, I just want to know why.
Because she signed
sign
into
in
an
as the
event
queen.
under her own name,
No.
not the Bratwurst Queen,
No,
and forgot her
not
crown
that
at
why.
home. Okay.
I understand that why, but why? Who gives a shit?
Okay.
I mean, she attended 37 different festivals in Ohio and numerous community events as my time as the 2021 Bratwurst Festival Queen. I mean, she did her thing. She accidentally signed in not as the Bratwurst Queen. You bitch.
I'm like, this is like D&D players that they went too serious.
Gulf City Librarian, thank you for the
You were supposed to
$3.
be that queen.
Sausage Queen standing in front of the Feast of the Flowering Moon. Are you sure this is in a Babylon Bee article? And I had to know, right? Like, I saw the Feast of the Flowering Moon. What is it? Well, the Feast of the Flowering Moon, in case you're wondering, is held annually on Memorial Day weekend, historic downtown in Ohio. It's a Native American festival.
Hold on.
It's
Chillicothe.
okay. Thank you, Chillicothe, Ohio. It's a Native American festival, the Feast of the Flowering Moon. But yeah,
We had apparently huge Native American. Well, I assume because we're right on the freshwater Native American populations here.
uh-huh. Oh, I thought there was more. I actually did. I did. Okay. Moving along. Can we just cheer for a second about Liz Cheney losing her, getting primary?
Oh, that right there. They have been blowing this woman up.
You have never seen such long faces on Democrats for a famous Republican losing their seat. It's almost like she was a useful idiot to them or something.
Yeah, did she not know they don't give a shit about her?
Apparently not, and I mean all the way not. I mean, she's Dick Cheney's daughter. They're showing video of Dick Cheney standing beside her and her talking about the fight has just begun, et cetera, from CBS News, right? And no one's mentioning, you guys are Democrats. Dick Cheney, you think of as Darth Vader. He's evil, remember? Vice President under George W. Bush. Prosecutor of the 2003 Iraq invasion, et cetera. Like, that's his daughter, who he fully supports, and you guys are A-okay with this as long as she is temporarily useful to prosecute Trump so it looks like a bipartisan January 6th committee. When someone's riding you like a fucking horse, how can you not notice that you're being ridden like a horse? Like, do you know what I mean? How could it be any more obvious to her? when every liberal news network, meaning everybody but Fox and Breitbart, is championing you? How can you not know that you're their useful idiot?
Because they don't want to. They think that they're really hitting the mark, that they have a bunch of people praising them, and that the only people... the issue is people like that buy into their own hype. So they view the people praising them as just insurrectionist traitors, so they don't really care what they think. And that's something that's fermented since 2012 that we really let fly, that we shouldn't have, is that you can just deride someone's opinion because of their other opinions, instead of they're wrong because their opinions are wrong, instead of the fact that they're factually wrong,
you know, it's funny,
factually correct.
You say 2012, I would go all the way back. I hear you, but I would say I would go all the way back to 2008. The moment that it was, you are opposed to Barack Obama's ideas or policies he's putting forth, or the Affordable Care Act, because you're racist. That is the turn in the road where it should have been stopped. A very loud, boisterous, go fuck yourself should have been aired right then and there. Because it's like, you are thing, therefore. It's like, the entire Tea Party, they're racist. Why? It's like, well, because Barack Obama's taking the country in a socialist direction. This is universal health care. This is not something we want. He's having to illegally transfer funds from other areas to keep DACA alive, to keep the Affordable Care Act alive. He's doing all of this through executive order, which has never been done before. And it's because you're racist. No, did you not just hear the things I listed off?
Well, those things you listed off are racist, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Akira, thank you for the $5. All this hullabaloo over brats that probably aren't even as good as the Usiger brats that I get shipped in frozen. I've sold like 30,000 bratwursts in the past year, and I've never heard of this bitch. Well, she's huge in Ohio, man.
If Pat hasn't heard of her, you know it's nothing. Her Pat, Akira.
I've never heard of this bitch.
All the brats I stole that I ain't never met the queen.
Look at that. History of a dishonest face. You little fucking harlot, you. That's right, you give back those spicy sausages, lady. And the money for the ones you ate.
Like I said, that's the main point that's tripping me out right.
It's like, it's such a princess crown, too. It's something you'd get in Disneyland. I love it.
Yeah, it's just plastic.
But yeah, Liz, you caught it. Heaven Beans has gone off the screen, but I think he said something to the effect of what blew me away. What was it? 32 points she lost by? Like, I mean, this isn't even the election. You got primaried by more than 30 points. Holy fuck, lady. And the response has been what? Well, that's because, ultra Trumpism, ultra MAGAism is out there and strong. The GOP has just become the party of Trump. It's because Trump is being dragged through or exposed, rather, by the January 6th committee, and he supported the other person who actually won in the primary. It's evil. The GOP has become evil, and it's like, wow, November's approaching fast when, huh? We're 90 days out, y'all. Listen to the pressure.
You could tell by the midterm variant coming around.
Yeah. Things are racist. Things are evil. Oh, Trump's got nuclear secrets at Mar-a-Lago. Do you know where actual atomic things have been going on? I don't know if you guys follow stuff like this. I mean, I do as part of my day job, but a judge rejects plea deal in spy case because sentences weren't hard enough. What did these two people do, these two engineers?
I saw this today.
Yeah. They were, and it's, I mean, this story's been a long time coming. I wanted to see what their sentences were going to be. They pled guilty, under a plea deal, but the judge actually rejected the fucking plea deal. I was blown away at that. I've been waiting to see, it's like, oh, of course you pled guilty. They had you dead to rights. They're now pleading not guilty because the judge wouldn't accept the plea deal for the sentences. Two engineers selling atomic secrets. This is where it's actually happening, news entertainers. It's really going on. Not at Mar-a-Lago. There really are real spies really selling for real money stuff. Well, cryptocurrency, but that's, it's kind of money.
I mean, yeah.
Right.
But Trump,
sort of.
Holly?
I know. Is it, were they Trump voters? That's the only question the news entertainers care
Trump
about.
had nuclear secrets.
Yeah, sure he did.
Yeah.
I watched.
So what if these people were selling information right here? Trump.
Like, to me, it cannot be any more clear. The actual threat to national security is very real. The sensitivity of atomic information is very, very real. It's not happening at fucking Mar-a-Lago. That is all a window dressing and decoration for the January 6th committee that, Sinatra, remember, should have finished up already.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
But we're not allowed to talk about that. You know that.
But no, we got to keep it going until November. Why? Because the economy really sucks and inflation's only going to get worse? I mean, because we have new evidence.
Mm-hmm.
You know exactly why, sir.
But this is mind-blowing. It happened in West Virginia, if you haven't really been following this. And it's like outreach to a foreign government. They won't name which government it is. Fascinatingly, it was... How did they find out? Was it because the FBI is really good at their job? No. It's because Brazilian intelligence informed them that these two had reached out to offer the information to them. Somebody literally, much like the Unabomber, the FBI caught the Unabomber when his brother called up and said, oh yeah, it's my brother Ted Kaczynski and here's where you can find him. And they were like, oh yeah? And went and got him. FBI, always on the case.
In other words, like I said,
Always take a hand.
someone tipped them off.
Yeah. A foreign intelligence service had to inform the FBI that there were two people under their domestic watch that were doing this in West Virginia, in their own backyard. You know how far it is from Quantico or from the J. Edgar Hoover building to get to where these people were doing their dead drops to foreign governments? It's like an 1.5-hour drive.
Sheesh.
So,
Don't tell me they did not notice that.
They literally, I'll tell you, they didn't notice that. They would, I will outright tell you, not until Brazil let them know. And it's like, we're not going to say which foreign government they were selling them to. Really? Because it was a multiplicity of them? Because it was. It wasn't just one. They just keep saying a foreign government in the public complaint that was made public. Yeah, they say a foreign government to condense all the information through a secret court. And I understand when you're dealing with, you can't have a public court when some of they're selling atomic secrets. Obviously, all the evidence can't be made public because otherwise it would undermine the very thing that you're trying to prosecute them for. Do you see what I mean? So I get that. Part of it has to be secret in national security cases. And so it wasn't just one government, though. It's been reported, not by CBS News, but by people worth their salt, that it was multiple governments that were doing it, too. So, yeah, not at Mar-a-Lago. There's the final part of the story. China, St. Michael's, it's not a bad guess. Not a bad guess.
In China.
Yeah. Speaking of people who...
Yeah.
Holy background noise.
This guy was sending out random texts. Hey, want to buy some cocaine?
That's smart.
Yeah. He sent it to a local government official who just called the police and they arrested him. There's the full story.
That's... this might be my favorite story we've ever done. Guy texts governments asking if they want to buy cocaine. He should have said, do you want to buy it back?
And this guy just like, I felt like I had to do something about your jaw.
I'm saying we're gonna
Hold What the fuck? Why? Why is his face like that?
Well, I'm wondering if something happened to him back in the day because he's particularly he felt the need to do something because he's 11 years sober, so he's a former like alcoholic drug addict, and he gets this text message asking if he wants to buy an 8-ball.
What was his drug of choice? Jaw steroids?
Look, just follow the line, if you will, of his neck, and look how it goes out to his ears. Like when he smiles, it actually pushes his ears out, man.
45-degree angle.
Yeah.
Especially right there, what, like his right jaw, like, it's,
Is that Quagmire? Yeah, right. Oh yeah. So when they do arrest him, right, he had a bunch of fentanyl on him too. Which actually 3.17 grams. Which we're talking about fentanyl. Toss that up in the air in a fucking room and you're gonna kill everyone. It's unbelievably potent.
That's a people remover.
Yeah,
right there.
And this guy's just kind of like, yeah, I did it. What's your point?
He looks proud.
Yeah, proud and pale.
Yeah, I'm saying with that big smile on his face, like.
Moving along, Queens man arrested after 400 pounds of marijuana found in his car. Now,
oh dang!
It is technically legal. They have decriminalized marijuana in New York. Okay, it's very decriminalized, but not when you have over 400 pounds of it in your car. Lee Fan Feng of Flushing, New York, was allegedly found transporting bulk marijuana that was packaged for sale throughout Bergen County. How many pounds did he have over 400? He had 420 pounds. What are the fucking odds?
Oh, man. What are the odds?
Dude, what are the odds?
That's pretty good.
Like, I know it's a stupid, simple joke, but seriously, you had 420 pounds on the dot?
Oh, man.
I don't know how many of you have ever seen bulk marijuana, but like, I mean, that's actually a sizable amount of space even pressed. Like, what were you traveling in? A fucking U-Haul? Good God. Okay, now here's a completely unrelated story, but it's funny to me for a reason I can't quite put my finger on. Cows invade beach and take over sunbathing hotspots. Cows are actually taking over the beaches in Britain. It's too bad Drunkle isn't here to see. Look.
Oh, I think those are the actual Brits. You just can't tell the difference.
Because it's hot as fuck, so the cows have moseyed on to where it's relatively cool beside the water. So the beaches are just full of cows. I don't know why I find this funny, but I do, okay? A total of 24 cows invaded this UK beach, forcing sunseekers to move.
Yeah. The cows just come over here, goddammit, bitch, move. Shit. They just chilling out.
Okay. Search for suspect leads to discovery of off-the-grid encampment and an armed 5-year-old.
What?
An armed 5-year-old. Okay. Clay County, Alabama, search for a suspect in connection with a fatal attempted robbery Saturday morning led to a discovery of a large encampment and an armed 5-year-old child. The search began. Why you live in Ohio? Like,
I do.
That's a big state. There's a lot of backcountry there, a lot of backwoods, as you well know, right?
Yep.
You could just like stop somewhere on the highway, go out into the forest, and you're gonna find an off-the-grid hippie encampment of God knows what. It could be militia types, Hebrew Israelites. It could be fucking anybody. It happened here. They were just looking for someone that was involved in a robbery and found an entire base of weirdos, including an armed 5-year-old child.
And I'm saying, including a 5-year-old packing heat.
Yeah. The sheriff said another woman, later identified as Yasmin Hidler, was found nearby with several gunshots to her torso. The sheriff's office said it was determined that Hidler attempted to rob Simji and Palace at gunpoint, was shot by Simji, who had a concealed handgun. Hidler was airlifted to the Birmingham where she underwent surgery. Okay, so that's the story.
What an unfortunate name.
Yes. So the initial investigation revealed that a second female suspect was present during the robbery and had fled the scene on foot after the shots were fired. Over the next several hours, sheriff's deputies received information that there may be a group of people living off the grid somewhere in the national forest. This group of people were reported to be armed and potentially violent. A dog tracking team from the Alabama Department of Corrections was contacted. They are also contacted to provide aerial observation and overwatch for the deputies on the ground. The camp was located about a half mile from the scene of the attempted robbery. So listen, lady does attempted robbery. Okay, so what does she do when things go horribly wrong and someone gets shot? She takes off to the weirdo hippie off the grid camp of doomsday preppers that she knows happens to be there a half mile away. So, Sin, if you're interested in a little exploration, next time you drive into the next town over, just take a peek into the woods, stop on the side of the highway, turn on your fucking hazard lights, and go take a look.
I feel like I'd have better luck driving through the forest with my truck, honestly. Because if I see a hippie camp, I mean, what are they going to do? Pray about me? I'll just go. It's fine.
Now, did we do this story? I can't remember whether I did or whatever. The little girl who bit the snake to death?
No.
What?
Okay, good. I think we might have done it on Noir Bar. Snake bites 2-year-old girl who bites it back until it dies.
Revenge.
Uh-huh. A 2-year-old girl apparently got the ultimate revenge on the snake that bit her on the lip. The child bit the snake after the reptile bit her, with the animal later dying. A viper in diapers. Okay, the child. It happened in Bengal, Turkey. The media outlet noted that the neighbors heard the child screaming and ran to the scene. When they arrived, they reportedly found the child with bite wounds on her mouth and a 20-inch snake dangling from her teeth.
Whew. Yeah, boss bitch, man.
But she bit the snake until that motherfucker was dead. Then she has bitten the snake back as a reaction, and the snake ended up dying. I mean, you have kids. Those, like, little toddlers' teeth, they're sharp as fuck, man.
Those teeth are sharp, man.
Yeah.
Sure, especially when they sing deep.
I mean, that's a 2-foot not quite 2-foot snake. Think about that. So, yeah. When a kid bites you, it's fucking serious because they could take out a snake, yo. Okay. The Jaguar crashed a veterinarian. Whoa, bless you. A veterinarian hospital. Okay. Do you want to see what the accident looked like? The Jaguar that crashed into the veterinarian's hospital?
Is it a cat?
No, it's a car. It's just the coincidence of it being named after a cat, and it was a veterinarian's hospital. You ready? There it is.
All right. How?
Exactly. How? I read the story and read other stories like in and around this, trying to find out. Okay, they were traveling in excess of 100 miles an hour. That doesn't explain this.
Oh. They had to erect and then it just landed right there.
This is some GTA shit.
Yeah, did you notice that the front tires and the axle are gone?
They're gone.
You're not wrong. It is some GTA shit. Like, how, ragdoll physics and the way cars fall and whatnot when you're going at hyper speeds and like things like that don't happen in the real world. Things have mass and weight and don't end up like this. But here we go. And JB simply says,
survived this.
Woman. Yes, the driver survived. The 59-year-old man and the 75-year-old woman in the other car were not injured. That's good. The young man was airlifted to Akola Hospital and treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Non-life-threatening. So you want to
How the fuck?
play IRL GTA? Get a Jaguar. You cannot die, apparently.
Apparently. Sorry, shit.
Oh, pass it along the snapper.
Hold on, just getting...
I just felt like 18 vertebrae crack. That was amazing.
What the hell? Okay. Weird phone calls from people. Don't ask shit where it sounds like you've sent it to the wrong number and then say who you are at the bottom of the text. Say who you are first if you've never texted me before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sin.
Yes, sir.
Pat, Why it's time to stop privileging marriage in America. This is a CNN opinion piece.
I'm sorry, what?
Why it's time to stop privileging marriage in America.
What does that mean? Privilege? How? Privileging what?
This person. Okay. Let's just start off with who the fuck is this that's writing this? Well, it's Jill Filipovic, who is 39 years old and writing on behalf of millennials. She is a feminist author and lawyer who does not practice law, just writes journalism pieces from a feminist perspective. For fuck's sake. Went to NYU, where she graduated with a Juris Doctorate and a gender studies degree.
Of course.
What is she saying? I don't understand the headline.
And my favorite part of her background, it's like she's written articles and essays for the New York Times, the Washington Post, Time, and CNN.
I wouldn't boast about that.
But what does that tell you about news entertainers? They bring in a feminist author, lawyer who doesn't actually practice law. She has made it her full-time job to just whine from a feminist perspective, and has written for the New York Times, the Washington Post, Time, and CNN. Don't tell me that the media isn't largely just full of a bunch of, fuck it, I'll say it, SJW Marxist types. When you're bringing someone like that on, who's complaining about marriage as being privileged in America. And her famous book.
So she's complaining that the idea of marriage is that married people are privileged.
Yes.
Marriage and children are a good thing. Just because most married people who want kids don't want to live in a fucking... I'm going to bring this full circle, I promise you. So last night on Tucker Tuesday, we got into architecture. And we looked at an old castle here called Franklin Castle. Shit was built in the 1800s. It is gorgeous. And then I pulled up some like modern shit in a newly rebuilt gentrified area. And it looks like dog shit because modern architecture is gross. Most people don't want, and it was $430,000, by the way, for about 900 square feet. Most people don't want to live in a fucking shipping crate in the middle of a city with kids. Most people don't want that. Most people want to get married and have a home with kids. It's not privilege. It's just not something you like. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
That's basically what it is.
Darren Root says, get to the freaking point. This is the point. This is what this lady of who she is, like who writes the article, is the point of why I'm talking about this.
Shut the fuck up.
Because it's not like somebody from the right wing ever becomes a full-time right winger unless they are an actual journalist at an outlet somewhere. They're not a freelance opinioner. Do you understand what I mean? Who just goes around and lives on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. How the fuck do you afford to do that? Because places like Salon and Time and CNN keep paying you to say the same things. And publishing her latest book, which has been a bestseller, by the way, Okay Boomer, Let's Talk How My Generation Got Left Behind. You're fucking 39.
What does that mean, her generation?
Of millennials. That's why she tried to run with the thing, Okay Boomer, Let's Talk How My Generation Got Left Behind.
They are coming into power, and it's not anybody else's fault but your own that the old generation won't relinquish any of it.
Her generation got left behind. Left behind what? All anybody does is cater to you. Corporations cater to you. 5 of you complain on Twitter and they're bending over backwards. Everything you whine about becomes a fucking thing. And Okay Boomer, take a look at the fucking president you support. This particular lady is a huge opponent of Donald Trump and a big supporter of Joe Biden. Like, he's not the oldest man in America, but he's the oldest man in America. You know what I mean? That's who you're complaining about? A literal boomer? So why does she just privileging marriage? Like you said, like particularly how? Well, she's just trying to deconstruct marriage. That is her thing, even though she's married. Mm-hmm. She only got married 2 years ago, though. No children, of course not.
No, of course.
Yeah.
She's married and complaining about marriage, talking about how it's privileged. Okay, so you're talking about yourself. You know how are you any better?
It's if you disagree with the white liberal, they're going to call you a racist. You know, it's all horseshit.
She puts
it's
together
nonsense.
You're right. She puts together a bunch of stats. That's what the article is long because she is paid to write essays, right? So she blathers for fucking ever about the particular point that she's making here of how married couples do better and their children do better in terms of education and personal wealth. Well, yeah, it's kind of a stable base to operate from. She even goes so far as to say committed couples living together and raising children or a child are privileged as well. We need to look towards the single parents whose children statistically don't do as well and statistically are lower earners. No shit. That's not because of marriage. Like, if we get rid of marriage, we need to, and the answer is not to end tax rebates or tax benefits for married couples. The thing is to give those tax benefits to everybody. She also wants to end tax benefits for having children.
So she wants people to stop getting married so single people
bitter.
can stop.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Sorry, Pat. She's bitter.
It's not bad, but it's true. She's bitter.
Whatever she says can be just disregarded as a whole.
Yeah. Let us just go down to where she makes the line. Okay, love this. And we could simply provide more generous benefits to singles and to single parents in particular.
Oops.
Get this. This line speaks just fucking volumes. Affordable housing is in a crisis the nation over. While a couple may be able to split the astounding five...
Like man who look pretty. I want to be strong. Like bitch that fight bears in the forest.
Affordable housing is in a crisis the nation over, while couples may be able to split the astounding $5,000 a month it takes to rent the average apartment in Manhattan. Even a very affluent single person may struggle to pay that much. Bitch, the only reason, because you're in Manhattan, is it's one of the most expensive real estate, is the most expensive real estate in America. And you live there. This is bubble thinking. This is coastal elite thinking, hardcore.
Oh.
This, it hurts me to say this, but it's this kind of mentality, because if she's saying this out loud, I know there's a lot of people that just agree with her. It's this kind of mentality that really makes me think that America has gotten too big as a nation. Because the regular average day-to-day person will never be able to, find common agreements with somebody who thinks like this. And therefore we can never be homogenous as a society, because we're laughing at this now. We've been doing this for 6+ years. We're laughing at this now going, this bitch is fucking nuts. But more and more people on the coasts and in the cities are starting to think this way, because they think the cool thing is to be single, live in the pod, and dedicate your life to a soulless corporation where no one's going to hold your hand when you're dying on your deathbed. That's what they think.
But I'm
laughing because I wish that wasn't true, but I know so many people that have basically unintentionally conformed their lives to what you just described in a sentence, and it's just
they think that working for whatever woke corporation is the thing right now and will be in 20 years is their life's goal. No kids, no spouse, no nothing like that. Nothing to actually live for. Most people outside of the cities and the coasts don't think that. How can we ever have a cohesive society with people who fundamentally look at life differently? These people look at life as, life for the company. And most people outside of that look as life for children, life for spouse, shit like that.
All right, so I'm looking at this part right here that Polly had highlighted right here. It was like, so is she feeling guilty for being married herself, for being able to afford this stuff right here, and knowing that a single parent can't afford what she does, so she's trying to speak for them?
No, I thought about that. It's like, are you married? I just think she is that much locked into the thinking of either living in Los Angeles or New York. This is really much more of a Upper East or Upper West Side. I continue to look like where she lives, and it's Upper West Side. You know, where the entirety of the New Yorker editorial board lives, where Jim Acosta lives, where I don't know if you've ever been to uptown New York, but like, Jesus Christ, you can't afford anything. Everything is like a box of cereal is $12. All jokes aside. Every corner is a one-off coffee shop with a Starbucks right beside it. It is hyper liberal land. Everything has a gay flag on it. When you talk about coastal elitism, go to uptown New York and take a look around and see how fucking expensive it is just to exist. And these are the people who spend all of their time talking about people of color. In this very article, she says the one statistic that kind of undermines her whole racial argument about it's like, oh, it privileges white people because who are the most likely people in America to get married? Asians and whites, to live in long-term married relationships. And then she goes on to the rest of the article to talk about how people of color are disproportionately penalized for not living, for not being married as often and having more single-parent homes.
Real quick, I want to address some in the chat. Susan, who I do love, she says these people live for pleasure. I guess no, they you will not find a single one of these people who is genuinely happy.
Well, look at this. She embodies the privilege she claims to hate. Yes. It's just like, Pat, I'm thinking it is a blindness. I don't know how to describe it. She's got blinders on and can't see that.
Yes.
You are the very epitome of the fucking thing you're complaining about, lady. I cannot believe that you cited an apartment in Manhattan as something that a single person shouldn't fucking be in Manhattan. And if you are, you better be young and trying to fucking make it to the point where you've made as much money as you, lady, appearing on fucking like ultra privileged white girl living on, who just gets invited to panels to talk about your opinion on how everything's racist.
You don't hear this type of.
How
do I want to word this?
Cut her picture out. Well, there's a picture of her at the top of the article. She is everything that she appears to be in that little picture there. I mean, oh my God.
You don't hear this type of rhetoric from, we'll call it Hassan Piker, because he caught my attention the other day. He was going on about how even though he makes at least $300K a month off Twitch, he cannot pay his editor. And he sells communism to retarded kids. That's his whole thing. This woman is selling this idea that she does not herself believe in, because like you said, she's married.
Some of it is just math.
Pleasures. What the fuck do they do with their lives when they're 60, 70? Exactly. They don't think past right now. They're selling their life to work at some corporation that could replace them in a fucking instant. They don't have anybody there. They have nothing. Yeah. And that's why they're miserable. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Well, TEDx maybe. TEDx maybe. It's like this isn't. I mean, you are attempting, lady. You know, riffing off of what you just said, Sinatra. You are attempting something that has never happened before in all of human history. This isn't just an America thing or a Manhattan thing, Jill. Marriage has been forever. Across cultures, it's not a white thing, lady who never leaves Manhattan. Jesus Christ, you live in a community that only people like you can afford to live in. Gentrified as fuck. Literally the most expensive real estate you can afford. Fifth Avenue's there. For God's sake. I mean,
you go to the Saks Fifth.
Yeah, the Saks Fifth. Why do you think Bret Easton Ellis put Patrick Bateman right there? Because he was supposed to be the epitome of the 80s super rich guy working at a Wall Street firm. Wall Street is there. For God's sake, Wall Street is there.
Exactly.
And this is the perspective, the place that you're from, and saying it's just math. Households with 2 adults have more resources. They will be able to split the cost of rent and groceries more easily to qualify for a mortgage and save for a down payment on a house. Yes, living as a single parent is harder. That's why it's not necessarily a good idea. Now, this isn't necessarily, but and here's her future happiness being taken to the graveyard. There you go. Carrying away your future happiness. had to hire those people for Jill's happiness because she didn't have any actual friends to carry her.
Let me get this one first because I sent it 8 minutes ago and I completely forgot.
No problem.
I don't want to get fucked on taxes because I didn't fuck with visible results. I've had a child dependent. I've been married. I've been fiscally punished because I don't productively fuck. Okay, no, I get that. If you don't want to have kids, that's fine. Like, women who don't want to have kids, no one's saying you're a bad person or whatever. Don't have kids if you don't want them. But the issue is, if you're a woman telling other people that their lives will be absolutely better because they don't, like, they're telling people to not have kids for their own selfish reasons instead of letting people decide it on their own. Like, if you choose yourself, you don't want kids, that's fine. Nobody is making you have kids, and I don't mean to yell at you, Valine. I'm just saying in general.
No, yell at her.
Like,
Go ahead.
Nobody's telling you have. Okay, no one's telling you have to have kids, dummy. What we're saying is that the idea that these people are going to go around saying you will be happier, your life will be better, and you can be on your own, don't get married, don't have kids, that's stupid.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the same people that be telling you that, I'm saying they'll be doing the opposite.
Let me just run through some of these real quick. Metric Pirate, thank you for the $1. We've already experimented with deconstructing a nuclear family. It's called Detroit. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, she rails against the nuclear family. That it's like, this is 2022, not 2052, or not 1952. America has changed, and we need to change with it, blah, blah, blah. Fuck off, lady. What the fuck do you know about it? Childless weirdo? I mean, and I don't have any children. I'd like to. But I don't have any right now, but I'm not the weirdo on the internet railing against the privileged people who had kids and the tax benefits that they get. Do you know what I mean? It's like, no, I understand why and makes sense why, and I'm looking forward to having those benefits when and if I ever have children. It's not hard to reach outside of yourself and your own place. It's like, yeah, I'm not married and I don't have those tax benefits. Right. Because I'm not married. And if I were married, I would. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not that hard to step outside your own situation and not argue from a position of self-interest. Valine! It's okay to yell at Valine. She can take it.
What did she say to you two? Because I feel like it's going to set me off again. Polly, by the way, this would be the perfect thing to clip and upload.
What did she say to me? Well, hold on. There's a real quick. Arrow Shogun, thank you for the $1. The welfare state is never going to stop expanding. The left will never stop demanding free stuff at the taxpayer's dime. The Catholic and Mormons used to be the primary source of charity, and Orthodox too. No, still are. The largest single charitable organization in the United States, if you count it as a conglomerate, is the Roman Catholic Church. But remember, let's remove their tax-free status because that won't make everyone's state dependent or anything. Fuck. Yeah, you have a point, Arrow Shogun. And by the way, it's something that occurred to me. She made this argument entirely around marriage. You can make this entire argument entirely around religion. Using demographics. It's time to remove religious privilege. Why? Because people that are religious are more likely to have stable homes, less likely to go to prison, more likely to go to college, etc., etc., etc. Now, does that everybody? No, I said likely. She's making a statistical argument out of this because her particular beef is with the nuclear family and marriage because she's a fucking feminist. See, have a stable home where you teach your children how to use guns. Gamer Valine, thank you for the $16. Your chat is very vocal on women not wanting kids. Guess what? Having kids to take care of you and give you grandkids is selfish. It's also not 1901. You don't need to staff your farm via fucking. Well,
okay, yeah, that's fine. Don't have kids if you don't want them. You're missing the point. You shouldn't be fucked in taxes because you don't want to have kids. And you...
Oh, she's back again. That is a good... That it's a really good donation for you, Valine. The pan on the goose's head. That's what it's like talking to Valine. It's just bang, 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 bang.
What does she say now?
What she says now, I'll get right to it, Akira. Gamer Valine, thank you for the 850. Oh, yell at me. Go ahead. My boyfriend doesn't want kids either, but men aren't called crazy dog people for saying pass. My shriveled eggs love the useless sperm.
I'm sure you do.
But I agree with Sin. No one's saying you have to have kids. It's just a question of why argue then in favor of removing tax benefits from those who do have kids. Sin, are children expensive?
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Pat, I was just about to say, are children expensive?
Yes, I spent 21 years taking care of them.
And I could, like, if anything, Valine, we're in the same boat. Neither of us have children, but neither of us should be arguing to take away tax benefits from these two because we don't have an expense that they have. That's all I'm saying.
All right. There's a joke in there about Valine wanting more sperm, but I'll let her figure that one out on her own. But no, it's fine. Yeah, no, you shouldn't be fine. I think everyone here is gonna agree that taxes are fucking ridiculous, especially now. No one's gonna argue with that. But don't have kids. It's fine. No one's saying you have to. All I'm saying is that this dummy saying that your life will be better without them is the wrong message to put out there. But that is left of what I was saying too, because my whole point, again, big circle, my whole point is that we cannot coexist if this keeps going the way it's going. And I hate to think that because I love America, but I don't want to see it get destroyed by these people who will never have that train of thought of, you can do what you want, that's fine, just don't tell me what to do. And they're like, no, we have to tell you what to do.
Yeah, I gotta say, the thing why I wanted to bring this up to begin with was about her and the coastal elitism and the perspective that I can speak from one of the wealthiest areas and actually use the rent around me as an indicator of what everybody else. Go onto a fucking real estate website like Lady Jill or anyone else just for your own amusement and look at what like a bungalow in Nevada costs. If you don't want to live in the Upper West Side of New York, housing is actually very affordable. She takes this guess and says it's even outside of major cities, it's rather expensive. Do you have the statistics for that? And no, she doesn't, because she never bothered to look them up, or did and didn't want to say them, because no, the cost of living is not nearly as ridiculous there as it is where you live, lady. You could also move to Texas where there's no, personal income tax. Like that would really. How much do you pay in personal income tax for all those fucking panel speeches that you give, lady? Akira, thank you for the $21. I work 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, not for a greedy corporation, just to live. I would love a family and kids, but can barely support myself.
Hey, fuck you, man! Women should not be allowed to vote. It's ridiculous.
I haven't heard that one in a while.
I know. It's like
women that don't want to have kids are usually pretty insufferable. You don't have to have them. No one cares. Shut up. Go play with your cat. Shut up. I think Akira's talking to Valine right now.
And Valine, I do. Okay, well, actually, Valine says here, thank you for the 850. No. I'm good on paying for the future Twitter mouth breathers. They can get a bigger refund or pay less throughout the year. Not both. Wow.
I'm down with paying less.
Yeah. I mean, Valine, I gotta counter that. You may deal with a caricature of like the cat lady, like the old woman with no kids, right? Okay, but being a lonely old man, even though I'm not one yet, I have to imagine is no fun at all. Yet, possibly. There's a reason I want kids to be married, man. You're not wrong. Yet. Yeah, because the idea of being a lonely old man with no family is a frightening prospect.
Before we get too far off this, remember how, and the reason I say pay less, remember how I got double taxed and had to pay like $3,700
Yeah, yeah.
last year.
Oh yeah.
I just never heard back about it. I went to say my lawyer. My tax guy sent in a thing and said, no, this was actually double taxed. He's going to need that refunded. And I just never heard anything back.
I don't. Jesus. Like Akira, I think about, like you say, you work 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, just to live, and you can't afford a family. Fuck, I hear you. Like I'd be able to fucking, I don't know. Somehow you make it work. Pat and Sin, am I right? Like that's what I'm going on faith here. It's just have the kids and somehow you'll make it fucking work. Like right now I don't have the money to make it work, but fuck it. I mean, y'all made it work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wanted to.
Yeah, it was a struggle, but
yeah, I mean, people have been doing it for fucking tens of thousands of years. It'll work. You know what I mean? Like, okay, shit's gotten heavy. Who wants to see a fucking a lunar eclipse at 48,000 feet?
Sure.
yeah, let's go for it.
46,000, excuse me. A solar eclipse of 46,000 feet. This is fucking cool to me. Watch this.
Oh dang.
Okay. Whoa!
Oh, wow.
And it's done.
That's cool.
Oh man, that's nice. That's nice.
Because it's so quick, I want to see it one more. I watched this like 6 or 7 times. Like, look at the shadow coming across the clouds. Yo! The sun just went out. No, it's fine. It's back. Okay, good. That is fucking cool. Very fucking cool. So the titular article, bare feet, bare arms. Did anyone unravel that? Armless Florida man accused of stabbing tourist.
This is amazing.
A homeless Florida man with no arms has been arrested for stabbing a tourist with scissors using his feet.
I hate to break it to you, but we have done this article before.
Fuck
but it's
you,
so
we
pretty
have. Have we?
good. Yep.
With that brilliant of a stream title?
This was an old article.
What is August 16th?
Hold on. Armless Florida man stabbing at autofilled.
Did he do it
A man with
again?
no arm stabbed a tourist in Florida 2018. He might have.
Jonathan
That's
Dale
still a great
Crenshaw. Is it
article.
the same name?
Yeah, same guy. From 2018
Oh,
in USA
dang.
Today.
Why are they?
He might have gotten sentenced. I don't know. Or the news is just recycling horse shit. Here, I'm going to send you the
That's what I'm
20.
saying.
Crenshaw is now
Did they
being held
recycle this
in
one?
jail on a $7,500 bond. Like, no, let me just read through the story again. It just, well, that sucks. I agree with Susan. Sin, you're such a buzzkill today. Why didn't you just?
Hey, you
play
told
along?
me to let you know if you did any of the articles, and I'm just doing
I
exactly
did. I
what the
did.
fuck you said. Check your DMs. I sent you the 2018 one. I think they're just recycling them.
Well, fuck you, news. Channel 8 ABC, you miserable bastards.
Bastards.
Well, this is literally recycling the news.
That's media for you.
Or he did do it again. What if he did do it again?
Coronado was asking Crenshaw for directions when the man suddenly attacked him, stabbing him in the arm before fleeing on foot. Well, I didn't think he fled on his arms. I'm not from here, and this is not what I came for. I came for a vacation to Florida and got stabbed by a man with no arms. After being found near the scene, Crenshaw told officers he was lying down when a man came up to him and punched him in the head. Crenshaw said he pulled a pair of scissors from his suitcase with his feet and stabbed the man twice to defend himself. Why would I go attack someone else? No, I wouldn't do that, Coronado said. It's like, how the hell did I get stabbed? Like, is this the guy at the point? Because I can't believe with his legs someone could do that.
Hey. Be surprised what the armless can do, boy.
Yeah. And I mean, come on. Bare feet, bare arms? Come on. I was pretty proud of that. All right, who wants to play a game?
Sure.
All right, what we got?
Okay. Look, I'm also just looking at that man's head. He's got like a otherworldly extraterrestrial visitor look about him. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying I believe in phrenology, but sometimes I believe in phrenology.
Yeah.
You done been through some rough times.
We do have a game, and I am curious. Oh. There it is. For you fucks. I think it's up for you guys. No, it's not. God damn it.
No.
This is the day of shittier than normal professionalism for readability. There you go. There you go. Okay.
All right, there you go.
And never chat. There it is. Name that name. You guys know the game. This is how it goes. What we do is we go through scene by scene, different shots from movies, all thematically related. And you call out your name if you know the name of the film. And chat is competing with you. Because, I don't know, I've got a feeling that you guys are going to miss a few of these. But maybe not. We'll see.
Okay.
Okay. And of course, we always have a theme. And this week's theme is Pistols, Projectiles, and Pew Pew, Gun Porn, Shoot 'em Up Edition.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. So how well do you know your shoot 'em up movies? That's the question. And I didn't go with your average. No, there's no John Wick in here. I love John Wick, but that would have been too obvious. You know what I mean?
All right.
All right.
Dang.
Ready for the first one? Here we go.
Ready.
Anyone?
Is that Tom Cruise? No, that can't be.
Oh my God, really? You don't?
I know that's Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
It's Nicolas Cage.
Chat's gonna get
What,
it,
Pat?
guys, because
Face Off.
it is Face Off. You gotta say Pat first.
All right.
Pat.
I said your boy Pat.
Oh, no, I didn't even hear that. Okay, there you go. No, Trimble, Shoot 'em Up's not in there. I thought that would be too obvious too. That's an underrated movie if you turn off the sound. I mean, the script is so ridiculous, but the action sequences are great. Yeah,
I've
no,
never
it's
seen Face Off.
it's You've never seen Face Off?
Not that I can remember.
Well,
It's him and John Travolta.
fuck, absolutely. Now you know
I
what
know
to do
that.
this weekend. Sit down with Shelly and watch Face Off. Look at it.
Yeah,
It's
maybe.
just full of chat. Everyone's getting it. All right. Well, it goes to Pat just because someone was just in there. Right after you. Okay. Here we go. Number 2.
Sinatra.
Sinatra.
No Country for Old Men.
It is No Country for Old Men. People talk about this movie, but it seems like very few people have actually fucking seen it.
It's a great fucking movie. I saw a video, again, that Analyzing Evil video going over Anton. It's good.
Yeah. Great film. And yes, you can suppress a shotgun. Don't let people tell you otherwise.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. You need a particular kind of suppressor, but you can totally do it.
They're expensive.
Yeah. All right, so 1-1. It's all tied up. Here we go. Number 3. Sinatra.
Said Heat?
It is Heat. How are you saying it with a question mark at the end? Why do people not know this movie like the back of their hands? It has one of the greatest fucking shootouts in cinematic history. This part right here. He's carrying Val Kilmer with a fucking, 80 pounds of fucking money and a fucking M4 and blasting away. Like, this isn't hardcore. What the fuck is?
I'll take the point.
Have you seen Heat?
No.
Oh my baby Jesus in a manger. Well, we know what you're doing this weekend. You got Face Off and you got Heat.
Yeah, he.
That's the plan. It's my
I'll
birthday
get this
weekend.
next.
well, Divine Petulant says he has always won, Polly, predictably. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I
It is not my fault that Michael Mann created a cinematic masterpiece, okay? I will take the blame on that one. Yeah, it is a legendary Uber film. It is a movie amongst movies. Yes. Predictably awesome. Okay, moving along. So it's 2 for Sin, 1 for Pat. Number 4.
Sinatra.
Sinatra.
Is that the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly?
It is not The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Sinatra, Fistful
Pat.
of Dollars.
Pat, Tombstone.
It is Tombstone. There you
Damn it.
go. It's
That was my next guess.
this is Michael Biehn and Powers Booth in one scene, and you didn't know what two fucking really underrated actors, man.
I haven't seen Tombstone since before my kids were born.
Yeah. I decided not to put any Val Kilmer in it or whatever. I'm like, I'm gonna take a shot for that movie with famous actors, well known if you've seen the film, that doesn't have any of the main characters in it. You know what I mean? Because just gonna see. I love all the Tombstone's good for you guys. Yeah, Michael Biehn, love him. And of course, Powers Booth, rest in peace. You were a fucking ace actor, man, no question about it.
Oh yeah.
All right, 2-2. And if you haven't seen Deadwood, that also features Powers Booth, and you like westerns, the fuck have you been doing? Sinatra, have you seen Deadwood?
Not yet, no. It's on the list.
Oh, you got a lot of things to watch, man.
I just finished Better Call Saul, and that was an amazing show.
All right, moving along. Okay, so it's 2-2. It's all tied up. Getting pretty tense. Here we go.
Oh, shit.
Desperado.
No, it is not Desperado. I love that shot so much, too. Great scene. Eric Gringrafter got it. Assassins. Antonio Banderas and Sylvester Stallone. 1995, Assassins. Ever seen it?
Oh, Assassins.
Fucking fantastic movie. It's the only movie I know where the two guys shooting it out with each other do so suppress the entire movie. No live, loud fire, I guess I should say. Just guys with 22 rimfire blasting, trying to kill each other. It's a very unique movie for that. And yet, that's a suppressed Remington 700 he's got there, and he's getting ready to take out Stallone. Look at that face of evil intent. Love it. Love it.
Did he die?
Antonio
I've
Banderas?
seen him in shit, yeah.
Did he die because you haven't seen him in anything? I don't think he's dead, no.
I don't think he's been out of the spotlight for a while.
Hold on. I'm gonna look up his IMDb, see what the last thing he was in. Banderas IMDb. Oh, he looks old now.
Spy Kids 3. Shame on you, hubris. Shame on you, sir.
Indiana Jones. Codename Banshee. Oh, he's in a lot of shit. Just nothing I've seen, apparently. Okay, never mind.
He just aged really badly. Is that true?
Oh, yeah, he did.
Really?
Yeah, he was born in 1960. That makes him just a little over 60. Dude looks at least 70.
No shit. I gotta look him up after the show. That's crazy.
Here, I'm gonna send you the IMDb link.
Okay.
Wait, don't change the thing yet, because I gotta navigate away. Boop, 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 boop. There you go.
The IMDb link, you say? Boom. In. Oh, Jesus, yeah. That's him trying to look good and he's old. You know what I mean? Whew.
Hey.
Oh, wait, that was in 2011.
Oh, wow.
Hold on.
Yeah, you're right. This Skin I Live In, 2011. Man, gain some weight and dye your hair. Fuck.
That's trying to hold on to that youth.
Well, there's no reason to go like looking like you got like a disease. Like he looks so skinny. Like your collar's supposed to fit you. You can see the air gap all around, you know?
He's 60. 62.
Still. Okay, yeah, he did. Yeah, that he is not the young man you see there. That is
No.
Okay, so it's tied up 2-2-1 for Chad. So here we go.
Susan said that's a rough 60. No, that was him at 50. Tom Cruise pretending to be Sabretooth? I'm not sure what's going on here.
Okay. Another Michael Mann film, if that helps you guys. You need to watch more Michael Mann films.
I don't know. Pat, Mission Impossible?
No, it is not Mission Impossible.
Oh, wow.
Eric got it again. It's Collateral. And right after him, Hate Camel. And Darren
He
O'Dell.
looks a lot worse. That's him now.
He's Antonio fucking Banderas. Let's see how well you age. Yeah, well, I did. Fair enough. Maybe I might just go to hell. I don't know, but just another guy, salt and pepper hard. Exactly. Is it Mike?
Jackal? Is it the Jackal? Thank you, Akira. I sent you a picture of him at 60. Dude, he looks rough.
Michael Mann has a thing for this, where he, like, you know, the gray beard, gray hair, gray suit, white shirt for his character. That's the main character, Robert De Niro's character in Heat. That's Tom Cruise's character in Collateral. The idea is that if you're in town to kill somebody or you get caught in the middle of a crime, what do witnesses report? Gray. Yeah. There's nothing to say about the guy except, well, he had gray hair and a gray suit and a gray, and like, how quickly can you change all of that? Very quickly. And all of a sudden you don't look like the same person anymore. And that's why his assassin killer type guys are always dressed that way. Hold on. I want to see Banderas.
I'm sending 2 photos.
Whatever it was on. You can buy Antonio Banderas at the Microsoft store?
I don't know. It's just a picture.
All right, let's take a look. Middle of the game, doesn't matter. It's fine. Yeah, God, he looks fucking terrible. Look at him.
He's going gray.
Yeah. I don't know why that picture didn't come through. It did in Discord, but yeah, look at that. He's wasting away, this guy. Can't even see it. There he is. Okay. Yeah. Well, he looks pretty much like he did in the other photo, just grayer.
Older.
Yeah, just older. Yeah, if you haven't seen Collateral, you totally should. It's one of the few movies that has Jamie Foxx in it that I don't actually want to throw shit at the screen because Jamie Foxx is on the screen. I don't like Jamie Foxx at all.
Really? You can't tell.
Well, he's just not. He's always playing Jamie Foxx, like, you know, super swagger dude. Blah blah blah. This is one of the films where you actually get to see him with some acting chops, where he's not playing the same fucking guy. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
You just say black people. It's fine.
Damn black actors. I can't stand them. Oh, that's right.
Blackers is what we call them.
Jesus. Okay. It's 2-2-2. So whoever gets this wins. There's one left. And it's 2-2-2. So here we go.
All right.
It's mine.
Sinatra. Is that Commando?
It is not Commando.
No, it's not. Sinatra Predator?
Sinatra, no, it is not Predator.
Pat, Platoon.
It is not Platoon.
Okay,
Mike
is it
Savage
War
wins it
or
for
Monster
Chad.
Movie?
It is Aliens. That is Michael
fuck.
Biehn again when they disarmed
That's
him.
Alien?
Yeah. that is Michael Bean again. And that's when he pulls out his shotgun after they disarmed them all. And he goes, I always keep this just in case of close encounters.
Platoon is grainier.
Oh, damn. Oh,
And
this is a
Chad
hot
fucking
second
wins
since I
it.
watched Alien.
Nicely done.
Yeah,
Chad.
look at it. Fucking Trimble, Mark Smart, Zed Hero, Plague Dr. Zach, Eric, Soldner, everyone got it. Except for Zombie Teddy, who guessed Starship Troopers. Michael Bean's an underrated actor and doesn't get his cred. Think about the major blockbusters that guy has been in, and barely anybody knows his name. He was in Terminator. He was in The Abyss. He was in
Who the fuck was
Aliens.
he in Terminator?
What's that?
Who was he in Terminator?
The Kyle Reese, the guy who goes back in time to save Sarah Connor, the guy who's fighting the
shit,
Terminator.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, that guy. He always plays that guy that no one remembers. It's too bad. He's Corporal Hicks here.
All right, sir.
Well, there it is. All right, and that brings us to the end of our show, ladies and gentlemen. We missed Drunkle, but we are happy that Pat could join us, especially to wish him a happy birthday. Awesome to have him here, man.
Oh, yeah.
Sinatra, you've already put up a
44 at any time, man. I enjoy it.
44. And remember, you needn't get old like Antonio Banderas. You can stay fit like Pat. People really don't like me making fun of Antonio Banderas' age. I don't know why that is. All right. It's not my fault. I didn't tell him to get old. He decided to do that. Sin, you already had a video that you put up before the stream even started. All right, do you have something else to put up?
Yes, on the second channel, it's a clip from Sunday stream of Miss Sin and I reading Am I the Asshole and Relationship Advice.
Oh. Well, I'm sure we're going to try to do it a rollover, man.
I will not be doing one. I need to go find food. I have to go hunt. I don't know where sandwiches live, so I gotta find something.
Fair enough. And everybody should check out Pat's channel. We're channels, plural. Where lots of awesome stuff is going on. As a matter of fact, Pat should throw his link in chat if he hasn't already, because we don't get to talk to him enough, man. You gotta come on Noir Bar or something.
Oh yeah, I try to catch No Bar but it all depends on what it comes. It's still on Fridays, right?
Yeah, mostly on Fridays. What are you giggling at? Well, technically it's Saturday because it starts at like 12:30 a.m. So technically it's Saturday, but whatever. Live by night and whatnot. There we go. There's the Psycho Rick channel. Somebody asked me if I'm going to play Castlevania on Steam. I was looking through the Steam options, and I found some really interesting things there. I think the first AAA title I think I'm going to buy to fucking play on Steam is going to be, whatchamacallit? Detroit
Skyrim.
Become Human? Is that the name of it?
There's a live stream channel.
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't know that game?
No.
What's your game?
Detroit Become Human?
I've heard about it. I just haven't played it.
That or fucking L.A. Noire, but I figured so many people have seen L.A. Noire because it's a much older game.
Mm-hmm.
Polly's going to play hentai games. Now, you know what? I was told that if I went onto Steam, I would be accosted, absolutely battered by nonstop hentai games everywhere I looked. I had to go looking to find them. Yes, I went looking for the hentai games because I was told they were going to be everywhere without looking. No, it's a total exaggeration.
Like what? Honey Pop didn't just pop right in front of your face just like that?
No, Honey Pop or Honey Pop 2. Nowhere to be seen, actually. And even after I typed in hentai games and hentai and whatnot, Honey Pop didn't come up.
Oh, you have to turn off the thing. There's a setting that keeps it from you.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, maybe that's it. I didn't turn any filter settings on or off or anything like that. I'm a Steam noob, right?
I'll teach you.
So, Sinatra, where can they find us
I'll be a
next?
Proper pervert. Friday. Birthday stream, my channel.
That's how we do it in America. We don't have any fast lists of times and whatnot. It's
5:30 Eastern, the only time zone that matters.
5:30
Figure
a.m.
it
on
out.
Christmas Island matters. We appreciate the people in Flying Fish Cove, all 15 of you.
We're here at the same time, roughly every week. Same time on my channel.
So we'll see you
Sabers,
over
right, you
on
should play
Sinatra's
fast,
channel,
but-
5:30 Eastern. It'll be a good time. Plus, it's his birthday.
Wait.
What? What?
Real quick, Sam is right. You should play Phasma with us.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You guys have repeatedly told me how you're gonna like fuck with me or whatever the fuck.
We will. But
Oh.
that's just the new guy hazing.
Oh, okay, I see. Oh, we will.
We're gonna sacrifice you a couple of times to the ghost.
I mean, it was all fun and games. It's like, oh, you should come play Pixel Quest with us. And I'm thinking about it seriously until you start going, oh, yeah, it's always fun to bring other people in. Remember that time we put the burning cross on Alex's lawn?
Drunkle put the burning cross on his lawn.
And I'm like, this doesn't sound like fun, guys. You're not selling the notion to me. I mean, holy
It's
fuck.
very fun. It's very fun.
All right, so there it is. Thank you for coming, chat. Thank you very much for all your very generous donations. Greatly appreciate it. Helps us keep the lights on, the candles burning, and the liquor flowing. And before we go, one more time, happy birthday, Pat.
Happy birthday.